Hey guys, it's Bianca and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a little review slash tutorial for you guys today. So about a week and a half ago, a brand called Julienne, which is available in Discount at the moment as well as online, and they are particularly more of a brow company, and they kindly sent me the most beautiful PR package. Everything about them is like rose gold kind of branding. So they went ahead and sent me 4 brow products to test out as well as to play around with. So I'm super excited because I've actually never tried this brand before, but I've heard amazing things as well as seen them on the shelves, and I was quite curious to see what their products were like, and then I ended up getting a PR package from them. So this obviously is gifted. I did not purchase these myself, so they did send this to me. So I'm very lucky to be able to receive this. And then they sent me a note saying, "Hi Bianca, we hope you love your Julienne products as much as we do." So basically today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing one eyebrow each of the product. Well, actually I'm not going to be tinting my eyebrows today because one of the products here is a tint, and I already do have my eyebrows tinted. I don't know if you guys know, but I am currently studying at a beauty therapy institute, so we get a lot of eyelash tinting and brow tinting, so I do want to test out the brow tint on my naked brows. I also I don't think I'll get the full effect of tinting brows over tinted brows, so that will be a separate tutorial. You can let me know whether you want it on IGTV or a YouTube of how to do it at home. It's fairly simple. I've even learned how to do it on people as well, so it's really fun. I can maybe do my mom's brows one of the days or stuff like that. Anyway, so if we have a look at the products that they sent me, so this is the brow tint kit. So when you open it up, you get a brow brush. There's like a little mixing bowl within the packaging, as well as the tint and as well as the developer, which is usually like a hydrogen peroxide. So this is really nice for at home brow tinting. I know a lot of people don't typically want to go out to salons as yet because they are probably isolating or staying really strict and staying at home. So if you do want to have your eyebrows tinted, you should probably pick up one that you can do at home. I got mine in the shade dark brown because my roots say hi. I have not had my roots done since I actually had my hair this color, which is kind of sad. So I do typically tend to use darker brown eyebrow products on my brows just so I can match my roots. Anyway, so that is the product that I won't be testing out today. Like I said, I already have brow tint on. So then we go to a very exciting product which I've always been curious about. When I realized that they actually had this kind of product, I was like, wow, I have not seen any other South African brands produce a brow cushion. So basically this is also in a medium brown. I basically got everything in medium brown except for the brow tint. But if we have a look, this is what it looks like. So it comes with a mirror and the cutest little brow brush with a little spoolie on the end. It's so cute. So basically there is a brow cushion product. So this is what it looks like. It is a wet kind of sponge where you press down on, and then product gets transferred to the brush, and then you can apply to your brows. So I would imagine a brow cushion is for more of a natural looking brow. I haven't used it yet, but I have used the other 2 products that I'm going to mention in a second. So I'm really excited. I'm going to save this for the last brow where I can do 2 so that I can have the full experience of using it. But then they also sent me a retractable brow pencil. So if you guys are new to my channel, I love brow pencils. They are my quickest form of brow. I tend to use them on the daily just because it's quick. I can get a natural bushy brow with a brow pencil. So the one end has a spoolie, which is really nice, I find, for blending in the product into the brow. And then obviously you have your retractable side. So this is in the shade medium brown, but I will say that this medium brown has kind of an orange tint to it. So if you have more of a warmer brown hair, or maybe if you are slightly on the ginger side, this will suit you really well. But because my hair is very cool tone, borderline grey, I'm actually getting grey hairs here. it does tend to look a bit more warm on me. So I mean, it's not a train smash, but it is definitely noticeable up close. But if I were to repurchase this product again, I would maybe get it in a dark brown, because usually dark browns are a more cool tone kind of color, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is what I would use for a everyday brow, bushy brow. That's kind of my vibe for my everyday kind of brow. Then we're going to talk about the brow pomade that I also, oh, wow, that literally like went over my whole studio floor. So this is a brow pomade. So I actually used this the other day in a tutorial, and I absolutely loved this formula. And then I used it on a client that I had yesterday, and let me tell you, this is probably the smoothest consistency brow pomade that I've used. But it's like thin. A lot of my brow pomades, like the Elegant one I've tried, I've also tried the Eyelure one. Look, the Eyelure one is really nice, but it's really thick. So you end up getting like uneven pigment on the brows. It's still good, but I definitely do prefer this on myself and on my clients as well. I really enjoy this formula. It's really lightweight, but pigmented. So I had used this on myself, and then I used it on a client yesterday, and I was just like, okay, wow, that is really nice. So with a brow pomade, I typically tend to use these for more of a defined like Instagram brow. So if you have like really thin brows, I would maybe go for maybe like the cushion or the pencil. But if you have thicker brows and you want to really define them a lot more, your brow pomade is probably your best bet. I'm speaking on like client perspective, just because, you know, everybody's eyebrows are different, the density of their eyebrows are different. So if you put a brow pomade on a much more thinner, less thicker brow, you'll see the pomade a lot more than on someone like myself who has like a bit going on in the brow department. But okay, enough chit chat, let's get started. I'm gonna do a pencil brow on this brow, and then I'm gonna do a defined brow on this brow, just so you can see the difference that each product makes, and like why there are different brow products, if that makes sense, because I like have different brow products for different occasions. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with this bad boy, and I'm just gonna get a mirror so that I can see what I'm doing. And also when I'm done, I'll like wipe it off, and then we can do the final cushion brow. So what I like to do first with the retractable brow pencil is to brush all of my hairs up, just to kind of see where I need to fill in, where I need to kind of shape if I need it. I don't really necessarily need a shape, because I kind of like the shape that my brows naturally form. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead, and I'm going to start with defining the bottom section of my brow. This is the one part where I do always define my brows, and it's always the bottom, because it just adds a lift to the eye. So I usually start just kind of where my natural brow hairs start sprouting out of my skin, and then I follow the natural line of my brow. So you'll probably find me doing this a lot, just so that I can see the shape that I am creating as I go along. It's quite a process, but you'll get the gist of it. And then I just like to do a little bit of defining on the top here, but I won't leave it defined, but it's just so that that area is nice and covered. And then I'll take the spoolie, and then I will brush it through. It's kind of like a blending motion, because that's how I get the fluffy effect, is just having like a little bit of coloring in, a little bit of pigment, and then I'll take the tip of this brush, or of the pencil, and then I'll do like little brush strokes upwards, just so that these brow hairs also get coated. And then again I'll go through with a spoolie on the end of it and just blend everything in. And then I will just brush all the brow hairs through, just so that, because I will leave my brows bushy like this, because this is like, I love bushy brows, especially on myself. And then I would take a bit of concealer, just to sharpen up this edge. It's really effective if you want your brows to stand out. So I just take a little bit of concealer, and just define this top section of the brow. And then I will go ahead with a brow gel afterwards. So you can kind of see the difference. You can't really tell that it's a bit on the warmer side from far, I don't think, but I can definitely see a difference in the brow and where I filled in a few gaps that I may have. I really do like the formula of this pencil. It's like not too waxy and it's not too stiff. It's kind of like a medium where you can still get pigment onto the brows, but it's not going to snap or anything like that. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and do the more defined Insta brow, and I thought that I would actually do my whole face makeup first, so you can see how a brow kind of gets transformed and how it can actually affect the makeup look that you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a eyebrow brush, and I'm going to start again. I brushed up my brows with a little spoolie on the brow pencil. So I'm going to take a bit of product, I'm going to decant it because this is using it on my kit. So I'm just going to take some out and I'm going to put it on the lid. So the first thing I do is I start with the bottom again. So the bottom section of the brow, I'm just going to start tracing where I want the brow to start, which is where my hair started, like on the other brow. And I'm just going to now trace the bottom of my brow. I don't define the bottom brow, I only define the top section. So we're kind of doing like opposites here with the type of brow that we're doing. So you can definitely see the color here is a lot more cool toned in the pomade, which I like because it matches my hair perfectly. And I'm just tracing the bottom section, and then when I do my brows I flip the brush so that the pointy side is facing the bottom hairs, and I just flick up from where I started that line, just that all of these hairs get coated as well. Then I will go again in with my spoolie, because me blending a brow is super important. Just to make sure that there is an even amount of pigment throughout your eye, because you don't want your eyebrows to look blotchy. I've made that mistake loads of times. And then I just go in diagonal motions with like the direction my hair is going. And then I just follow the hair so that each hair can get evenly coated in the pigment. Okay, now it's time for the defined arch. So this is why I use a cream product for the arch, because it's a lot more cleaner. So I'm going to start by defining the top section here, and then adding a little bit more pressure so there's a bit more pigment of the product going there. And then I'll just keep on adding until I feel like I've hit that arch that I want. This is obviously definitely for a bit more of a defined Insta brow, if you still like strong brows. And then I just emphasize the tail a lot more with the defined brow. And just go over it if I need to. Okay, so there is a massive difference in brow here. So I would not be able to achieve the density of this brow with the brow pencils. That's why I have different brow stuff for different like looks, if that makes sense. So again, I will just make sure that everything is blended, all the pigment is evenly distributed throughout the brow, which is why having this little spoolie thing on the end of your product is so like handy. And then again, I will go in with a bit of concealer just to clean up these areas here. And then I will just again just brush up these hairs just so it fits in the arch nicely. Okay, so huge difference, right? Huge difference in brow. And I love both of these brows. I feel like there is a time and a place for all of these brows. You're not limited to one brow style. You don't have to have one brow style for the rest of your life. This is why I love brow products, because I can customize how I want my brows to look. So on this side, this is like super natural, it's beachy, it's like the boyfriend brow. And here we have Insta baddie, might cut you, might buy you a drink, might force you onto the dance floor. Who you gonna pick? You don't know, it depends on your event. So I'm just gonna give you guys a bit of a close-up so that you guys can see the difference that each brow, and as well as the color and the pigment and the intensity of pigment you get from each type of brow. Alrighty, so now this is the this is the part I'm excited about. Okay, so like I said, I've never used a brow cushion before. I've heard about it, I've seen people use it, I've never tried it, I've only swatched it, and the color seems really, really nice. So I don't know if I'm going to get a fluffy brow or a defined brow. So I'm just gonna go with it and see where the brow kind of takes me. So I'm kind of nervous. So there's this spoolie on the end of here, which is really, really nice and handy. And it also fits inside of the packaging, so you could probably take this like with you wherever you go. So I'm just going to brush the hairs up again. I always do this just to see like where my definition needs to be more prominent, that kind of thing. So I'm just brushing up all of these brow hairs. Okay, so we'll give you a close-up of the product. So as you press it down, pigment gets onto the brush. So there's two sides. There is a darker brown and more of a lighter brown. I'm gonna go with the I don't know. Okay, let me do it. Actually, let me swatch. Okay, so I've pressed my product on and I'm just going to do a light swatch. And then I'm gonna go onto the darker side and press it down. Okay, so there's definitely a difference. I like both colors. So I'm not quite entirely sure which one I'm gonna pick. But I do like both. Okay, let's go in with the darker one because I am going for quite a dramatic look today. So, oh my god, I'm so excited. I just gotta calm down. Calm down. Okay, so I'm going to press the product and I'm trying not to have too much product in, but I'm just going to go ahead and start by defining this bottom section of the brow, as I always start there. It's kind of like the starting point for me. And then I'm just going to, I really like the color of this darker brown, I won't lie. And then I'm just going to follow through with the brows. And then I'm just going to take any excess pigment that I've got on the brush and just kind of blend it in to the brows. Okay, so I'm immediately noticing you really get a more solid brow from using this, which is, I think, going to be nice for people that want a more fuller brow, because you're definitely going to achieve that with this, because it looks like it just like blends in with the hairs. Okay, so I definitely think I'm going to do a fluffy brow with this, just because it just looks so nice the way I've done it. And it coats all the hairs nice and evenly. This is really nice. I'm just going to brush them up again. I really, really like this. And I'm not applying too much product because I don't want to like apply too much, you know? And the brush is actually not bad. I thought it was going to be a bit big, but it's actually, wow. Hello definition. Hello fullness, hello pigment. So obviously this brow I have not touched at all. I've literally just wiped off the other brow. This is the cushion. This is really, really nice. Hi, how are ya? I really, really like this. Yep, we have a winner. This is my new favorite brow product. I'm going to go ahead and do the same on the other eye. Alrighty, so that is both brows done. They look really, really, really nice. I'm really impressed with the color. I really, it's like literally the same color as my hair, my roots, sorry. Yeah, I really, really dig this product. So what I am going to do is I am going to clean up a bit on the bottom section, just because I do love a sharper, more defined lower section of the brow, and I like it to be like super clean. So I'm just going to take a bit of concealer and I'm just going to clean up. I do this with every single thing I do, like whether I use like a pencil or gel or that kind of thing. So I'm just going to take a little bit of concealer. Alrighty, that's basically my brow. I love this brow. It is the perfect color. Like, I really, really, really like this color. And it's really nice that you get two different color types of cushion. So it's kind of good for someone who has maybe multi-tones in their hair. So, like me, if I wanted to pull off the lighter section of the brow, I could, because I have two tones of blonde and brown in my hair. But if you have a darker brown, this will also suit you if you have darker roots like me. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I am thoroughly impressed with all the products that I received. I cannot find one fault except for the one just being more of on a warmer side. But that's literally it. They all perform really, really well. Obviously I haven't tested out the tinter yet, but I will be testing it out soon for you guys. So let me know if you have tried any of the Julienne products, and I'd be keen to see what you think about it as well. And also, super exciting, they actually gave me a discount code for you guys to use when you check out online. So this is an affiliated link, meaning that every time you use my code, a small portion of the sales will come to me. So thank you for all of your support. If you do use the code, I really do appreciate it, and I think you get 15% off. So I will leave the code on the bottom of the screen here, and you just enter that when you check out online. Or if you guys don't do online shopping, you're more than welcome to obviously buy it from Discam. There's no pressure to use it. So yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far, and that you hopefully will try out these products as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!